Yo, this is Squadda B doing a little talk for my new album, Evolver. I repeat, my new album, Evolver. It's on the way, man. It feels real good. It's on the way. It's I don't even know how many albums I done put out before this shit. I feel like it's gotta be like my 10th or my 15th album or some shit, but it's coming soon. Just read off a couple things I was sent and let's keep it rocking. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. You know, just working my ass off in every way. You know, we getting Evolver mastered right now. We almost done with it. It's pretty much done. It's sounding like it's like the music I really want to make. Like this one right here is kind of like I'm listening to it right now. Like I could listen to it and I could vibe to it every day. I done listen to this shit over and over and over and over again. It's kind of like, it feel like the first album that I made where I can like listen to that shit over and over and over and over. So I hope everyone feel the same way. You know, we dropped a Diamond Heart, little in studio performance. I just want to give people a taste, but the best is to come. The rest is to come. Evolver coming soon. I'm doing good. And like so Diamond Heart, that's just kind of like I just be in the studio doing shit, and it just came together. It kind of felt like that song. It kind of felt like 2012, 2013 type shit. Like the beats I make are the beats that I want to jump on, and the beats that I want to get on and shit. So like when you hear me do something like Diamond Heart, that's just me kind of building. It ain't really a story, but the way the song moves is kind of like a story. It's like, you know, like I don't know. I can't really explain it, but the way I make music is like it's a performance, but it's also like storytelling in a vocal aspect more than even just like content. You know, the way the song flows and shit like that is kind of like it picks up steam and shit like that. Like, you know, and I don't really like it. Don't be on purpose. It's just I've been making music for so long. Now it's kind of like songs just like they end up evolving. Hence the title of the album. It end up evolving in its own way. So that's just some fun shit. Diamond Heart, that's on the end of the album and shit. But the album itself, it's kind of like a two-part album almost even, because it's like the first half, it kind of play out on some fun songs, some bangers type shit. And then the last end of the album, it kind of is like some almost super hip hop shit. Like it's really rap heavy. It ain't it's like ain't nothing I do traditional, but it's kind of like on some traditional shit. So like if you make it to the end of the album is on some other shit. You know what I mean? But the beginning of the album is the shit that's gonna fuck up the car and fuck up the trunk and shit like that. But by the time you get to the end of the album, it's on some whole other shit. So Diamond Heart, the only song that sound like Diamond Heart at the end of the album. I mean, I've been making music for a long time. I started off in a group, and that was just in middle school, just fucking around. Just in middle school, I knew I rapped. I would write rap since a little kid, write whole songs since a little kid. So I found myself in a group that kind of slimmed down to another group, and we kind of set the world on fire a little bit. You know what I mean? But I had to go do my own thing, and since I've been doing my own thing, it's been trials and tribulations. I ain't gonna lie. It's been easy though, but at the same time, it's like it's a lot of things you got to learn. I got to find my own swag. I'm used to, you know, having one verse and, you know, not having really to worry about nothing else. But now I got the whole house to myself. So it's a little different. It's definitely a little different, but I'm loving it. But yeah, I mean, I started in a group and I'm solo now, but it's all good. You know what I mean? Like I'm holding my own. I think I'm holding my own. Definitely happy with how Evolver is sounding. I want to give a shout out to and a shout out to Dope Motherfucking G. Dope G, thank you to the features. There's not a lot of features on this album, and it's kind of intentional because the last album I did, The Wonderful World of Squadda B, I think, The Wonderful World of Squadda or some shit. I had features all through that shit. Like I barely had any songs by myself on there. It was like a compilation. Like I always joked around and said that was like a DJ Khaled album because it was like I made all the beats. I made most of the beats. I didn't even make all the beats on that album. So this album is definitely like I made every single beat, no co-production. I'm rapping on every single song pretty much alone. I got got my day one Dope G on there. So this is like a real solo album. Like, it feel like I'm happy with how it sounded. I feel like this like my best work. Like, of course, that's kind of up to y'all, up to the people to really stamp. But I'm very happy with how it sounds. Shout out to Robert Kirby, my master, not my master, excuse me, my master and engineer, my master and engineer, and my mixing guy. And I'll record with him too. Robert Kirby, Noise Shop. Shout out to y'all. But like, yeah, man, I'm happy. This shit sound like some different shit. I can't even really tell you an album that I feel like this sound like, because it's got some different shit going on. I can't wait till it's out so y'all can hear what I'm talking about. But very happy with how this sound like. Evolver coming soon. Go get that. Yeah, definitely. I've been on Patreon a lot. I've been on Instagram a lot, Twitter a lot. I've been trying to get a little more vulnerable with the people. Not only for documentation reasons, like on one end, I do want to document my life. I want y'all to be with me, but I definitely want y'all to feel like y'all got a lot of me. Like, my favorite artists are the artists who really give the world everything. You know, like, at one point I was a big fan of Charles Hamilton, and I feel like he had this blog spot, Enter the Hamilton, and he just talked so much shit. And it kind of made me listen to him a little bit more. And it was like, I respect that. Even someone like Tyrese, Black Ty, Tyrese the singer/actor, he get the world a lot. Like, he be crying, he do a lot of shit. So I fuck with shit like that. So I've been definitely trying to get to the people a little bit more, stop being so closed off, so y'all could feel like y'all know me a little bit better. And just to leave something, because, you know, we all gotta die, so the day that I leave, I want to leave as much as I can. I don't really want, like, to be a secret like that. So, yeah, I've definitely been on Patreon. Shout out to my Patreon, patreon.com/SquaddaB. I've been on there talking a lot of shit. I've been posting on Instagram a whole lot. Shout out to Hirasups, helping me out with that. I've been posting a lot. I'm gonna get on Twitter a little bit more. I've been hearing I need to get on TikTok. I don't know what my swag is with TikTok yet, but I'm gonna find my swag with TikTok, because people been telling me I need to. But I definitely, I aim to be a lot more vulnerable with the people. I want y'all to get a lot of, want y'all to hear me a lot more. I want y'all to know, you know, as much as y'all can of me, so y'all understand what's really going on. Man, writing Evolver was like the easiest shit in the world. All the songs, like, I trashed a lot of songs. There's songs where I rapped on the beat before, they never were out. I rapped on the beat before, and then I rewrote, made a whole different song on top of that shit. I'm trying to think of which one off the top of my head that was. Call Me 2 Times featuring Dope G. I had a song to that already written that I never recorded just because I wanted to come doper. There's a couple songs on there where it's like, I really wanted to put my best foot forward type shit, and I think I really did. I've given out some verses. I've heard from a couple people I'm their favorite rapper, so I want to give them a good album. I want them to hear me verse-wise. And I'm fucking around in Detroit now, and they some rap-heavy dudes. You know what I mean? They really put a lot of emphasis on the bars. So I wanted to make sure this album had some good bars, some of them good bars on there. But it was an easy album to write. I think the hardest album for me to write was Squadda Mania. I released on Bass World Records. That was the hardest. I was just getting sober at that time, and you know, I cried writing I Learned. It was that was the hardest album for me to write. This one, the easiest. I ain't gonna say that, yeah, it's like the easiest album, because I'm fucking, this like my 20th album, so it's real easy for me to go in the studio. I got my whole swag together. I know what I'm doing now, so it's like I can go in there and give y'all the best that I know I can do. And some of these songs, like the first song on the album is the oldest song I had. I did this song at Danny Brown House back in Detroit and shit. I didn't even write that shit. I just went in there and just rapped it. You know what I mean? And I had a period in my time where I was just rapping. I wouldn't even write shit down, just go in the studio and rap. The first song was one of them songs. The first song on the Evolver is one of them type songs where I'm just like coming up with bars in my head and putting them down and putting them down and putting them down. I just, I got a bunch of different ways how I record, and I just wanted to give y'all the best of all of my methods. You know what I mean? This album could be called Method Man, because, you know what I mean? I gave y'all a bunch of methods on this shit. I don't really want to talk about too much about what happened with my old group and shit like that. You know what I mean? The information is out there. I want to move forward, you know what I mean? And the people who are around me right now are the people who, you know what I mean, I'm deemed capable of being around me right now. You know, I'll just say, who you walk in with ain't always going to be who you walk out with. And, you always got to be hard on everyone around you, because that's the only way you're going to get results for yourself. If you're around people who, and this ain't no shot at nobody, but I'm just saying in general, if you're around people who are cool with, if this was school, cool with D+ grades, you gonna fuck around and get D+ grades. So I'm surrounding myself with B's and A's and up. You know what I mean? Like, the people I'm around, they want B's and A's. You know what I mean? If they get B's, it's a hell of a reason why they got a B. They shooting for A's for real, but like, everybody can't get an A all the time, so B's will work. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. If you see me around somebody, it's because they're capable and they on their A+, B+ type shit. Yeah, I'm moving on with my new stuff, man. Like, I'm with Bruiser Brigade right now. Shout out to Danny Brown for the opportunity. Danny was one of the first people who really championed me and my group and shit like that. I produced a song on his album, Triple X, way back in the G. I did I Will. I didn't even know how big I Will was. Like, I went out to Detroit a couple times, and like, they would play it at house parties and shit, and I'm like, damn, I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, I made this beat, popping shit, like, yeah, I do music, I made that beat. That last beat that went off, I made that beat. You know what I mean? Like shout out to Danny Brown, like, he put me in a lot of good opportunities and shit like that. So, moving on with my new shit, man, it's just the best of the best, man. Evolver, enough said. Go cop my shit, man. Diamond Heart, that's a song that's on there. It's out now on YouTube whenever you see this. It's out right now to get a little glimpse. And I put out a leak of the song Evolver. I put a little leak on my YouTube if you want to catch that shit, to see what type of shit I'm on for this album. It should be out soon. Depending on when you watch this, it should be out real soon. Yeah, people told me I need to tour more. People tell me I need to do more shows. Yeah, I got this new album, so I do want to perform this new album in front of people. Last I heard, I got a show out in Chicago pretty soon, depending on when you see this. Yeah, I do want to perform Evolver. I do want to perform the album, so I'm gonna make sure I accept some shows and do some shit. Kind of, it's just like what I said before with finding my swag as a solo artist, like. Doing shows alone versus doing it in a group and with a crowd of people, gang of people. And shout out Green Overs for life. It's just a little different. So, I'm thankful for the team I got with me right now. Shout out Hirasups and everyone who fucking with me right now. I feel like I'm pretty good now. Now I feel like I'm ready to rock and roll. I did some shows since 2016 and shit like that. Of course, the past 10 years I did some shows, but I ain't really been show heavy like that. So, I mean, I will be, though. I will. The concept of Evolver, well, really, it started with the song I got with me and I'll give y'all the real about the song. So I was giving beats and shit like that. We were going back and forth because he make beats, too. I was at his house. I hopped on one of his beats. Hopefully, soon that'll come out. But, so we was doing the back and forth thing where I rap on his beats, he rap on my beats. He did the song Evolver, and that was the name of the beat. But I had that name just because I like that name. You know what I mean? Like, it's a constant state of evolving. Like an evolver, I guess you would say, is like a noun, like a person, place, or thing. Like, so like the name Evolver, or the concept behind that, is just a ever evolving thing. But the song Evolver is how I got the name of the album. And the song was initially a song. It was just him, and he was just rapping on that, and I was like, man, I gotta get on that one because I love that beat. I love that beat too much. So I did my thing, and he signed off on it. So that's the title track of the album. But yeah, that's the concept behind Evolver. It's just ever evolving. My main influences since I've started off, well, I started rapping like for real, writing verses and recording in studios when I was like 13, like 2004, 2005. So like, you know, in those times, these weren't my influences, but these were the dudes I was gunning at back then. Lil Romeo, Lil Bow Wow, and really the Pack. The Pack was like the young dudes who was popping at that time and shit like that. So in my early days, my influences, I wouldn't call them my influences, but those was the people where it was like, they was kind of my motivation at that time, where it was like, I could see me being in their shoes type shit, because everyone else was hella older. Even like a Lil Wayne, like Wayne fucking 10, yeah, he close to 10 years older than me. So it's like, those was my influences as far as like motivation, but like people I was listening to, like 04, 05, like you could say Jay-Z was the influence. From out here, definitely Jack and Hustler, the whole mob figures definitely out here. Probably in those times, Kanye West and shit like that, 2004, 2005, Kanye West. But I listened to everything. Like I was a big just hip hop head. You know what I mean? Like I was buying Twista albums back then. I was buying all type of shit. So everyone was my influence. The hip hop game, the culture was my influence really. But as far as like when I first started off, my motivations of people who I was like, I say Lil Romeo, Lil Bow Wow, and the Pack, Wolf Pack from out here and shit. I got to do shows with a lot of people. I did a show with Public Enemy, which is crazy. Being with Flavor Flav in the back eating chicken and shit. Shout out Roach Gigs. I was on a Roach Gigs tour. What else we didn't do shows with? Capadonna out in Philly and shit like that. Capadonna from the Wu-Tang. 3-6 Mafia, DJ Paul, Juicy J. We did a show with them out in San Francisco. That shit was crazy. Before that show, we was in Burger King, and Juicy J ran in to go to use the bathroom. He ain't ordering, he ran straight to the bathroom. We was like, Juicy J. And he said, Trippy. And he went to the bathroom and shit. We did shows with a lot of people, man. Let me think about it for a second. We did shows with a lot of people, man. You know what's crazy? I definitely feel like I've grown as an experience of recording this album and making this album, because now I can't go back. Now my shit gotta be top tier. Even with my mixtapes type shit, I got a couple mixtapes coming out after this. I think I'm working on Cloud Blitz, some called Squadda Mentality, Cloud Blitz 2, and some called Squadda Mentality. But you know, even with those, the stakes are higher. Like, and it don't feel like pressure. It's just like, I've changed, I've evolved, I've changed now. And like now, it ain't no going back to the just whatever shit. Like now, it's like, shit is crazy now. So I've definitely grown with making this album, and I look forward to growing with the release of the album. But yeah, every song I make now is a little more high stakes, I'll tell you that, for sure. Anything I just want to say to the people out there, I appreciate the support, but support more, man. Put people onto my shit, blow my shit up, you know what I mean? Let me know that you fuck with my shit. I got a nice core fan base, and I'm appreciative of what they do, and I'm grateful, because like, it's hard to get anyone to fuck with your shit, really. Like in the age of social media, like you can get a like, you can get someone to double tap and like your shit and shit like that, but like, it's really hard to get like a real true fan base of people who watch everything you do and fuck with everything you do. So I'm grateful. And I know I got people out there who fuck with my shit, but you know, through the internet and all this shit, they don't know where to find me, or they might have forgot about me and shit like that. So it's on me to really get myself out there to the masses, so, you know, I could reconnect with people who I've had connections through music with. But yeah, just fuck with me, man. You know where to find me. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube. Shout out to everyone who leave me comments on my videos and shit like that. Like, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for that, but, you know, fuck with me a little bit more. A typical day in the life of Squadda B. I wake up, turn on my computer and shit. Like, on a typical day, like, I turn on my computer, take my pills, wait till my shit kick in and all that shit. And I don't really make beats in the morning no more. I kind of like, sometimes I do, sometimes I'll feel it kicking and go straight. But like lately, I'll wait a little bit. You know what I mean? I'll get on the phone, make a few calls and shit like that. Lately, my days are kind of like, they're definitely, on a typical day, they're definitely just filled with just, you know, either looking for samples, making beats, kicking it, scrolling social media and shit like that. But it always ends in making music somehow. Like, even if it's just a beat or I'm recording samples, because I take samples and then I make them, I turn them into some other shit. Like, I'll either go off of YouTube or I'll go off of whatever the fuck I go off of, and I'll manipulate the shit. I'll put it into something else and then start playing with it and shit. So, typical day, you know, eating. I mean, I'm real normal. Sometimes I've been blessed with an HBO Max subscription, and I'll go on there and try to find some. I've been sampling movies lately. Lately, I'll go to a movie, and you know, really, lately I've been sampling horror movies, and I'll go through there and just take like 10 seconds or something, and you know, just staying creative. I say that's what a typical day is. Just, you know, staying creative. I don't usually do a lot of videos on a typical day, but on a typical day, I'm definitely making beats for sure. I make beats more than I rap. I would like to change that a little bit, but it works because you gotta have beats to rap on. So, typical day, just responding to everybody hitting me up and, you know, trying to get my mind right and, you know, make beats and shit like that. I'm really turned into more of a producer than a rapper lately, but, you know, especially with this Evolver shit, I definitely want to get back into rapping a lot more. So, you know, at least a few times out the week. You know what I mean? But every day I'm definitely on the beat hype for sure, for sure. Anybody's music I'm into right now? Nah, man, I'm not really into nobody's shit right now. I can't even lie. I keep my eye open for shit. Nah, I listen to shit though, but like, I'm really so focused right now that I'm just listening to shit that I could sample. I'll keep up with people's shit though. Like, I'll click videos and to see, you know, see the state of hip hop, see what's going on with everybody and shit like that. But like, nah, there's nobody who I could say I'm really like, you know, I do my normal shit. My normal shit is like going back 20 years and seeing whatever albums dropped that I missed. And so I do a lot of that type shit. I'm listening to a lot of old shit at all times because, you know, you know, CDs cost money back then, and I was on the LimeWires and all this shit. I was downloading music, but there's a lot of music that I missed. So I'm really catching up on old shit, you know what I mean, like on a regular day. So that's pretty much what it is. I'm either looking for samples or I'm catching up on some old shit. I was just listening to Scarface, My Homies too. I bought that album back then though, but like I just wanted to repeat what the shit sounded like and shit. But really, if there's anybody shit who I'm playing on repeat, is my shit. I've been playing Evolver non-stop. Like, this album is really something I feel like it really embodies what I do. You know what I mean? Like, it really show you what I do. And it show you the evolved version, where I'm at right now. It ain't the stereotypical what you would think I do. It's kind of like the best of where I am today. So, that's really about it. That's really about it. Shout out to everybody, though, especially the people I'm producing for. Emmy Boom, Nitty Gritty, Brady Juggin. I don't want to leave nobody out. JUS, I got something with JUS coming out again. Yeah, everybody I produce for, they really get my ear more than anybody. But, you know, that's kind of like listening to myself. So I kind of don't really count that because it's really my beats. So I'm kind of listening to myself with that. Yeah, that's I don't know. That's what it is.
picture in my rear view. Thinking while I ride, send a message, know I'm near you. Like head to the chest, feel your heart and know I hear you. Locked inside my head, no maneuvering can clear you. It's the truest I can feel, like a picture in my rear view. Send a message, know I'm near you.